these albums are proof that you don't need an entire band to create an incredible sound.
The killer in me is the killer in you.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 albums performed by a single musician.
We always need to hear both sides of the story.
For this list, we took a look at a variety of different albums from all genres of music. In order to qualify though, the album's individual instruments have to majorly be performed by one person. Number 10, For Emma Forever Ago, Bon Iver.
Come on, skinny love, just listen.
Bursting onto the scene with this debut album, American artist Bon Iver couldn't have come out of the gates any better.
So deaf on a sunny side.
While suffering from mono and a bad breakup with a girlfriend, frontman Justin Vernon secluded himself in a remote cabin for 3 months, spending the time to record the album by himself. The album, which was self-released in 2007, quickly received critical acclaim and has been considered one of the greatest breakup albums of all time. Sometimes, seclusion works best for some artists. Number 9, Both Sides, Phil Collins.
Well, I got lost, couldn't find my way, and I guess there's nothing more to say.
Pick a side. How about Both Sides? A milestone in his career, Phil Collins himself praises Both Sides, as it's the only album to be recorded completely by himself without the help of longtime collaborators such as guitarist Daryl Sturmer and bassist Leland Sklar.
We always need to hear both sides of the story.
Unfortunately, the album was received poorly due to strong lack of upbeat songs, but has since become a welcome addition into the artist's catalog.
Sometimes we fly too close.
The recording of the album, which took place at the Genesis studio, lasted a mere 6 weeks, proving also that Collins is as efficient of a worker as he is a hands-down great musician.
So we wait and we wonder. Yes, we wait and we wonder.
Number 8, Mellow Gold, Beck.
In the time of chimpanzees, I was a monkey. Butane in my veins and a mouth that kept the junkie.
Beck is no loser. His major label debut, Mellow Gold, was recorded primarily by himself, performing guitar, vocals, bass, harmonica, percussion, as well as others.
When you wanna be with me, then we will see who's still with my head.
Although the rest of the album differed in sound from the record's lead single, Loser, the entire work aims for a more anti-commercial outlook.
That's why I pay no mind.
Despite this, and 1.2 million record sales later, the album was considered a surprise critical and commercial success.
Oh man, eating all my food. Don't be kind, don't be rude. Just shake your boots and let it all get loose.
Just a small stepping stone in his career that would eventually land him a Grammy win.
So get the door. I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you kill me?
Number 7, Siamese Dream, The Smashing Pumpkins. The second album from American rockers The Smashing Pumpkins, Siamese Dream is the perfect reflection of frontman Billy Corgan's style of dream pop and shoegaze music. If you are totally unaware of what these two terms mean, just give this album a listen and you'll figure it out in no time.
I'll never be.
The album was recorded mostly by Corgan himself, as the rest of the band was struggling with substance abuse and relationship issues.
The killer in me is the killer in you.
This didn't harm the album, as it eventually sold 6 million copies worldwide and would become known as one of the defining albums of the 90s. Number 6. Tubular Bells. Mike Oldfield. Don't know this one? Even if you haven't heard of English musician Mike Oldfield, you have certainly heard his music before. If the name isn't ringing any bells, the album's most famous piano riff was used in the 1973 film The Exorcist. Oldfield's debut album at the young age of 19 impressed critics with his multiple instrument talent, which includes piano, guitar, and even the tubular bells.
Tubular Bells.
The album is actually the first released by now record mogul Virgin Records, which had a major impact on the company's early success. Number 5, 1999, Prince.
It appears to me that you could use a date tonight.
Were you guessing Purple Rain? No, not this time. Released as American songwriter Prince's 5th album, the only help this funk legend got was a few background vocalists to support his iconic soulful voice. Although this entry could have gone to Prince's debut album For You, 1999 is more widely considered as a highlight in the artist's critically acclaimed career. An album inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, it also earned commercial success, going 4 times platinum in the US. Number 4, Foo Fighters. What do you do when you're fresh off the success of one of the most influential rock bands of all time? You make an album of your own, of course. That's what Dave Grohl of the Foo Fighters did to deal with the death of fellow Nirvana bandmate Kurt Cobain. And boy, did it work.
Beg me to talk about it. I could stand to prove.
Grohl performed all of the instruments on the album himself, with the exception of the occasional guitar spot. The album went platinum in both the US and Canada, while also being praised by critics for its songwriting, proving that Dave Grohl wasn't done changing the rock genre. Number 3, Pretty Hate Machine, 9 Inch Nails. The debut album of American industrial outfit 9 Inch Nails, Pretty Hate Machine was hailed as a great album that was way ahead of its time. An album that would become one of the first independent releases to go platinum. Reznor played the majority of the keyboards, drum machines, guitars, and samplers that can be heard throughout. The album was a commercial and critical success, becoming a must-listen for fans of both electronic and rock music.
Why am I seething with this animosity? I think you owe me a great big apology.
Although we think that the Downward Spiral is the more epic album in the scale, it is Pretty Hate Machine that better demonstrates Reznor's ability to create complex, but infectious music.
My city comes down for this. Your kiss, your fist. That little girl love you. And all I
Number 2, Music of My Mind, Stevie Wonder.
I'm here to say I love you more each day.
We bet Stevie always has music on his mind. Wonder's 14th studio album, it is considered by many to be the beginning of his classical period, which marked a change in production and a larger range of material. Wonder performed all of the instruments on the album except for the trombone and guitar, which were played by Art Baron and Howard Faytan, respectively.
I just want to tell the world that I love you so. Yeah.
Critics praised Stevie for showcasing his skill in blending multiple genres together, as well as his addition of longer track lengths.
Where were you when I needed you last winter? My love.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
It's the way I feel. Feels like I'm going backwards. Look underneath the house there. Find the few living things riding fast in their sleep all the day. I'm ready to play today. Look at me, I can be center field.
Number 1, McCartney, Paul McCartney.
Well, that would be something. It really would be something.
Anything with this man's name on it equals success. Due to estranged relationships with other Beatles band members, Paul McCartney wanted to create a darker album that would establish him as a serious solo artist. Besides his wife Linda McCartney's occasional vocals, Paul performed every other instrument with a more back-to-basics approach.
Oh, believe me, mama.
The album was poorly received by critics, being blamed as a reason for the Beatles' breakup, but has since won critics over through the release of a reissue.
Maybe I'm amazed at the way you're with me all the time.
Despite this, the album rode the wave of press from the breakup, reaching number 1 on the Billboard Hot 200. Do you agree with our list? What is your favorite single musician album?
Babe, oh man, and you're the only man who's ever gonna help me.
For more individual top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Meet you in the pouring rain, mama. Meet you in the